Welcome back to my channel, and let's talk about this concept called the time value of money. Okay, but before we proceed, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so in this video, I'll teach you how to preserve your wealth. Okay, so by explaining the concept of the time value of money. What is the time value of money? I'll start with this scenario. If I offered you $100 today or $100 1 year from now, which one would you take? Obviously, you would choose $100 today. Why is that the case? Okay. If you give me $100 today, prices can go up. Okay. Prices are going up every day since um since the Russia-Ukraine war. There's been global prices going up. That is, inflation, global inflation. So you may lose the purchasing power of that $100. Okay, because today you may buy, let's say today you buy 10 mangoes at $100. Okay, and let's say a year from now you may buy the same 10 mangoes at $120. So it means if this person gives you in 1 year time, you buy less mangoes with the same $100, right? So what is the definition of the time value of money? Okay, so there this is the idea that money you have today is worth more than the same amount in the future because it can be invested and earn returns. Okay, or there is this adage, they say $1 today is worth more than $1 tomorrow. Okay, so why do we need money today as opposed to money tomorrow, or money in 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years? Okay, so these are the reasons, okay, why we need to consider the value today. Okay, one, inflation, as I explained. Okay, if somebody gives you the money $100 in a year's time, it means you lose the value, the purchasing power of that money. Okay. Number two, if that person gives you $100 in 1 year, you may lose out. Okay, because if they give you today, you can invest that money, let's say at 20%, at 20%, and after a year, you may get what? You may get 1.2 by 100. You may get what? You may get $120. Okay, so um, investment returns. Okay, if we get the money today, we have um we have the liberty to invest that money and get interest, dividends, or profits from that money. Okay, just let me just correct that inflation. Okay, the other reason why you need the money today is that there is risk and uncertainty. Okay, um, the person promises to give you the money in 1 year's time. What if that person dies? Where are you going to get the money? So it is better that we get the money today. Okay, so this is the concept of the time value of money. Right. So let's talk about some examples of the concept of the time value of money. Okay. Suppose let's say I've invested $100 at 10% interest. Okay. So this 10% interest is per annum. Okay. 10% per annum. Okay. So here are the years: year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. Okay. And here, investment, and we have year 0. We have how much? $100. Okay. After 1 year, let's put the 10% here. Okay. After 1 year, what will happen to my investment? Okay. After 1 year, the investment will be 1.1, that is 100 plus 10 times 100 to give me what? 110. After the end of the year 2, what will happen? My value will be 1.1 times 110 will be that one. And also at the end of year 3, my value will be 1.1 times the year 2 value. And the same goes for the year 4 value, 1.1 times my year 3 value. So you see, here today, we have $100. If we invested it, we get what? We'll get 10%, at 10%, we'll get $146 in 4 years. So this is what we call compound interest. This is opposed to um, uh, you just keeping your money in your savings account. So at the end of year 4, you're under the compounding, or or with the 10% interest, you get 146. And if you still keep this money in your bank account, at the end of year 4, you still have what? You still have 100. So you see that you have lost out there. You have lost almost $46.4. So this is the way you preserve your value. Okay. But now this is not the real picture. Let's say inflation rate is 5%. Okay? Inflation rate is 5%. So what will happen? Something you bought, this is year 0 again, year 1, year 2, year 3. Okay. Something you bought for $100 in year 0, you buy it at 1.05 times year 0 value. You buy it at what? You buy it at $105. So what is your gain over the years? So if you say your value is 110 and interest is 5%, it means you have gained what? You have seen a growth of 5%. So this is how you hedge against inflation, or this is how you protect yourself against inflation, simply by investing your money. It can be in the money market or in the stock market, which is so volatile. In the process, you're beating inflation. So this will help you to decide on whether you should um save your money, or you should invest your money. So we have seen here that you have created value over the years by investing your money at 10%, as opposed to relative to the what? To the rate of inflation. Okay, so let me talk about these quickly. Let me talk about these two terms: the present value and the future value. Okay. In simple terms, um, let me just format that. Okay. In simple terms, just let me just decrease a bit. Okay, just a minute. Okay. So, what is the present value and what is the future value? Okay. In my example here, we've talked about year 0, year 1, year 2, year 3. Okay. The present value is the value now, the value in year 0, the amount the person offered to give us now. So in our case, the present value is $100. What is the future value? The future value is the value after a certain period of time at a particular point or at a particular point in time. Okay? For instance, what is the future value of $100 in 3 years? So in our example here, the future value will be $133. Okay? So there is a formula of calculating the present value and also of calculating the future value. What we did here, the compounding we did here of multiplying, of adding or compounding with 10%, that is, these figures, we are getting the future value. Okay. So how do you get the present value? The present value will be, the formula is simply 1 divided by 1 plus, or open brackets, 1 plus R, close brackets, and the whole of this to the power what? To the power n. Okay, to the power n. I don't know if my computer is getting, okay, it's not getting. Anyway, but for now, this is just a formula. Or if you can do it manually, we can say, okay, how do we find, um, uh, we have received this amount, 100, we have this amount 110 after 1 year. How do you calculate the present value? The present value will simply be 1 divided by 1.1. Okay, the 1 is 100% and 0.1, that is the 10%. Then we multiply by the present value, enter. You get what? You get your 100 there. Okay, so let me not complicate things, but I wanted just to show you how we calculate, or how you can preserve your value by understanding the concept of what? The present value. Okay, the present, some call it the PVM, the present value of money. Okay? Whenever you're making a decision, you should think of the what? The present value. Right. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.